and welcome back to our Spotlight series. We've talked about mobility and who do I see when it comes to my body. Today we're going to ask the question, how do I build strength that will last a lifetime? We will share practical ideas and strategies on how to build with confidence for everyday life. If you find that this information is helpful, don't forget to like, share your comments, subscribe, or visit drericaandYou.com for more resources. Let's jump in.
So I would love to kind of get your insights in regards to some of these, or debunking some of these myths about strength training or weight training in regards to people with different body makeups, or just thinking about in regards to the idea about maybe women who may be thinking about like, oh my gosh, should I not?
This expectation that women are supposed to be small, that you're not supposed to take up space, that you're not supposed to be too strong or too big, and that if you do become that, then it's not good and you're somehow less valuable as a person. And there was a lot of fear and a lot of I think an unhealthy relationship, like even to food or to my body, where I was like high control relationship with food and very afraid of eating too much, and these things that like just very much restricted me. And I see that in a lot of women that I've coached through my years of coaching, who would come in their 40s and 50s, who were developing like osteoarthritis and like weak bones and like things that were going to continue to cause major health issues as they aged, because they were never taught how to take care of their bodies and maintain muscle mass, especially once you hit like menopause and things. The hormones completely change your body. And you start very quickly after your like 30s, if you're not actively lifting and like seeking to maintain muscle mass, you lose it pretty quickly as you age. And so this rhetoric of fear around becoming too strong or too big actually has detrimental impacts on women's health as they age and get older, because they're just not prepared to be able to age well, and it increases risks of falling as you get older. It increases risks for like across the board.
I also think too, like with lifting bulky, a lot of it comes when you see like those really big people that have those big shoulders, and you know, a lot of it is diet as well. You're not gonna get that big just by lifting 50 pounds. Like you're gonna need 80% of it is outside of the gym. It's eating. So you're not gonna get just massive just by lifting heavy. You need to also eat in a specific way to like with protein and things like that. And then also when you do lift that way and you're not eating like that, that's not what you're going for. It's going to lean you out more than anything, rather than make you super bulky. It's going to make everything in a way that is going to accentuate your features rather than make it bigger.
Absolutely. The more like I learned about like performance training, where people are training for like performance competitions of some kind, the more clear it became to me, like these people are professional athletes who cycle in their training and in their food and their eating. They have an on season and an off season. And especially in our culture with like social media and stuff, you only see those people in their on seasons with their like performance pictures. And that is when they are, you know, specifically eating only these foods, and they're sleeping a ton, and they have specific recovery strategies. And it's like a full-time job to be at that level of physique and of physical training. And you're right, like 80% of it is not even in the gym. And so, yeah, if you are training to be healthy and you can lift quite heavy and effectively and just like lean out, essentially, you're absolutely right. And it's actually incredibly beneficial to your life, and to your overall like physical health as well as your physique.
That like weight training, lifting is very beneficial for longevity. That
Absolutely.
We need to maintain a certain amount of muscle mass, and I think about it as definitely someone who's getting more into that middle age. Shouldn't say getting more, I'm in there in the middle age group, that muscle mass is so necessary to maintain, because you're losing that as the years keep, going by. And so this for many years, sitting is the new smoking. So if you're a person who's always sitting, you're doing more harm to yourself than having to walk.
Those are really great points, because if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. It's like that saying, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. It also will worsen just kind of your way of life. It can lead, you not moving and you not using those body parts that are needed, it'll affect your posture. It will worsen and lead to arthritis and worsen that arthritis. It makes your way of living a lot harder, especially as you get older. Even with your hands too, like that can lead to arthritis in your hands. You can't open a jar, you can't open these doors, you can't do your hair, you can't go in the shower. So you have to use those parts that were given on a regular basis. Otherwise they will slowly deteriorate and lose function as you get older, unfortunately. So you just have to be cognizant of that and keep your body moving. Movement is the best medicine, right? Going on a walk, going outside, and just even, unfortunately, some people, you just have to be active with whatever you want to do. You can't just sit around. You have to stand, walk, do these things that help your body.
I was thinking too, as you were sharing and what you're saying too, Dr. Wade, like, I think of every different season of life, you're going to need movement. Like when you're 70 and 80, you're going to want to be able to sit on a toilet and get back up again. That's a squat. You're going to want to be able to pick up your milk off the floor. That's a deadlift. Like you're going to want to be able to get your glass down off the shelf. That's a press, right? And so like the movements that we do in the gym, if you're not training in the gym for your life, then like, don't bother. Like, not really, please train, totally fine. But like, that's why you train ultimately, right? Like when I'm carrying in my groceries, I'm doing a farmer's carry, right? Like moms, when you're carrying your baby, you're doing a one-sided suitcase carry, right? And so if you're not training these muscle groups and these things in the gym, when you go to do them in life, it's going to increase your risk of injury actually, and decrease what you can do. If you're not running and you're working out, you probably can't run with your 8-year-old outside, right? Like all of these things correlate to being able to live more fully and more actively and longer with more independence. And so like, that's how I think of training. It's, to me, it's very like functional movement. It's like, I want to be able to go to the bathroom by myself for as long as humanly possible. And there's a lot of linkage too between like physical movement and mental health, not only like emotionally against like depression and anxiety, but also against like Alzheimer's and memory issues. All of those things are very interconnected. And so I know like, especially for younger people or those who want to lose weight, some of that is physical like image and body image, which is so valuable and important. But consider that like, even more so than that, like there is such benefit to training these movement patterns because you use them in your day-to-day life, whether you realize it or not. And the more you do it actively and intentionally, the easier it's going to be through different seasons of your life. Like I just moved into a house and I cannot tell you how many times I've walked up and down the stairs carrying boxes and furnitures and been grateful that I lift, because I literally don't know that I could have moved those boxes without it. Right. And so it's like different situations in life are going to call upon your body to do different things for you. And the more you care for it, the more it cares for you.
I love the piece about understanding that strength myth. Like it's not so much about thinking of specifically, heavy weights, or I don't want to do too many weights. I don't want to be too bulky. But really trying to understand that strength training or lifting is just as important as cardio. They go hand in hand because we need to be able to maintain and build those muscles. I don't know if there's other pieces that came up when I said that, but that's something I was hearing, that lifting is just as important as we grow and as we age.
I think that's great. I wanted to add, because you don't want to further harm yourself with doing these things, yes, you want to stay active, but if you do it in a way to where you haven't talked with the necessary people to help you with that, then it will further harm you and make things worse later on as well. So you do need to you can either go to a physician, right, and get a referral to go see this, or go to a gym and talk with these people to see, I'm looking to do this, I'm looking to improve this, how do I get there, rather than just doing it, right? You want to get those professional people that have the right knowledge to get you to where you want to be. Otherwise, it will be detrimental, for sure.